PETA has got to be out of their mind about this. 2 California poultry farmers who fed 30,000 live chickens into a wood chipper will not face criminal charges because they had permission from the USDA. Spokesman for the Humane Society called the farmers callous and barbaric and disagreed with the decision not to prosecute them. The farmers needed to destroy the chickens because they were spent, no longer able to produce eggs. That's what they do with talk show hosts, too. They just put them in a wood chipper. When they can no longer get phone calls. I guess that would be the addition.
Stop your violent talk.
And they could not make chicken soup out of them because the farms were under quarantine for the poultry virus exotic Newcastle disease. Oh, I think I've got that. Stewart said the men who run poultry, they run the poultry farm near San Diego, asked a senior veterinarian at the agriculture department if they could employ the wood chippers. And the USDA goes, well, I don't see why not.
How else would you dispose of all those chickens?
Brothers Ari and Will Wilgenberg could not be reached for comment. Earlier, they told a paper in San Diego that they were doing what we thought we had to do based on the advice. And then they stopped as soon as they learned that they shouldn't have done it. What? You mean killing them in a wood chipper ain't a good idea?
But they already had done 30,000?
Yes.
How long does that take? I don't know who would answer that here. I don't see any farmers in my purview.
According to the ASP, the Humane Society, the act of feeding live chickens into the wood chipper is extraordinarily callous and barbaric. I cannot imagine any person with a whit of common sense would use a wood chipper as a killing tool. No person with any experience in killing animals would sanction such use. District Attorney's Office decided not to prosecute the brothers because it rested on the faulty assumption that using a wood chipper to kill chickens was an accepted practice. Well, I thought that's what you use a wood chipper for.
They're like the Uday and Usay of their region.
You know what? The problem I've got with that, first of all, look, you're killing a chicken, which I know most citified people, by the way, I count myself amongst those who are citified, probably go, oh, I wouldn't want to be around for that. But then you're standing across the street getting your lunch and you're going, I'll have the chicken salad, please. What the hell's the difference?
Right. How do you think that gets there?
Right. But they don't like it because it's a wood chipper, and they don't like the idea that these birds, died inhumanely. Well, I think a wood chipper is probably pretty fast.
If you're small enough.
Right. I don't think it's good for a human.
Would they prefer it to
standard wood chipper?
Rename it. Maybe that'll make them happier. A chicken chipper.
But that has to be pretty instant.
Designed.
How else would you kill that many chickens, and would that be any better? How would you do that?
Wringing their necks is exhausting. That's what my father used to do on the farm.
Right. Well, you drown them, shock them, what? What's better?
Oh, nothing.
Hey, our neighbor up at the lake would feed ducks all summer, and then when duck hunting season comes, would grab them and drown them. And some people thought that was inhumane. They thought he should allow them to fly away and face hot lead flying out of his shotgun.
When they're going through the chipper, they come out, of course, all discombobulated, and then that lands in a big pile. What is that?
Now, that's the problem I have with this, is that the wood chipper is going to just spray them all over the place, isn't it?
That has to be a pretty big mess.
Maybe you put a bag. Don't some wood chippers have receptacles of some sort? I would imagine that the wood chipper doesn't just spray the wood chips into the air. It goes into something.
The one that comes to your home on the city streets here
goes into the back of a truck.
Goes into the back of a truck, and it has a chute. So this would have a chicken chute.
Yeah, it would just have a chute, and then you'd have to
You've been called that, Jim. Many times.
One time I went to the forest preserve on my week off.
No, it's usually preceded by little. He's a little chicken chute. Larry, you're on WLS. Hello, Larry.
How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I want to let you know it takes about 8 to 10 hours on a commercial-sized chipper to take care of those chickens.
Daryl and Daryl have 30,000 chickens to put through the chipper. How long would it take them to put all 30,000 through the chipper?
It's a chicken holocaust.
Yeah, so what they'll do is once it comes through the chipper, they'll stay in a gathered container, and they use it as fertilizer. They'll spread it around.
The chicken guts?
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, it's not. It's a mush.
Oh, all right. You know, people are eating dinner. Thank you, Larry.
But you have to wash your cutting board a million times after you've had chicken. How would that be good as fertilizer?
Well, because it's crap, and that's what fertilizer
Right.
I
is.
know, but
You
chickens
wash
are the
your toilet,
dirtiest of birds.
Dirty
I don't
bird.
think-
Dirty
Gary-
birdies.
Gary, you don't understand the concept of fertilizer here.
Yeah, fertilizer is not
chicken-
is not clean.
I know, but chicken seems like it's the dirtiest of fertilizer.
Dirtier than cow manure?
Believe it or not, yes.
You do think
You're worried
that.
about salmonella, but I don't think that applies when it goes into the air, dries, and then is soaked into the soil with the.
No, it does. It absolutely does apply. But all fertilizer is potentially dangerous because you're going to get E. coli from, like cow turd.
When the workers have their
By the
defecation
way,
in the fields,
happy dinner preparing for all those you either on